Good morning, viewer. Welcome to our perspective. Here is a breaking news from USA. Yes, the US military shot down three unidentified aerial objects in North American airspace this weekend. One over Alaska, another over northern Canada, and one over Great Lakes region. The objects were taken down out of an abundance of caution and did not pose a threat to people on the ground, were not sending communication signals, and were not manned, the White House said. The latest incidents came just days after the US shot down a suspected Chinese surveillance balloon that crossed the country. Biden ordered a new government-wide effort Monday to study unidentified aerial objects as the US continues to collect and analyze debris from the downed objects. The first missile launched by an F-16 fighter jet at the object near Lake Huron, Michigan on Sunday did not hit the target. Three people briefed on the matter told to the reporter. The Pentagon and White House had not previously disclosed that the first missile did not strike the target, but NORTHCOM and NORAD Commander General Glenn Van Heck told reporter on Sunday that acquiring and targeting the object was difficult because of its small size. A radar-guided missile would have a lower probability of success because of the small size of the object, which also made it difficult to use the aircraft's gun to shoot it down. The pilots in each situation felt that was really unachievable because of the size, Van Herk said. The pilots opted to use short-range AIM-9X sidewinders, which are capable of seeing the heat contrast between an object and the surrounding area, but even so, the first missile failed to hit its target. Sources said it is not clear what happened to the missile. A significant portion of the wreckage of the Chinese spy balloon has been recovered in about 50 feet of water of the coast of South Carolina, according to a defense official. A salvage ship equipped with a crane arrived in the sea on Friday and began raising debris from the sea floor as weather permitted, including some of the structure of the payload carried under the balloon and the electronic. The payload carried by the balloon weighed approximately 2,000 pounds and was the size of 3 school buses. The sensitive components will be handed over to the FBI for further investigation, according to the official. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin said Monday that crews have collected a fair amount of debris from the Chinese surveillance balloon. It was shot down last weekend on February 4. The White House declined to place a timeline on further recovery efforts, especially given the variable weather conditions that have limited the ability of Navy divers to get in the water. It could take a long time, given the sea state and weather condition and the degree to which when we have to protect the safety of the divers. John Kirby, the National Security Council coordinator for strategic communications, said on Monday. Another side, lawmakers are calling on the Biden administration to divulge more information about the downed objects, saying they have received little so far. I think there ought to be more transparency, and I believe it can be offered in a way that protects the national security and sources and methods, said Ron Wyden, a Democrat on the Senate Intelligence Committee, said Monday. Sen. Gary Peters, who chairs the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee, said he spoke 3 times with Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas over the weekend. Along the Pentagon officials, he said he learned nothing more than what has already been reported by the news media. We still have questions outstanding as to what we know, he said. We will be asking probing questions tomorrow when they come in a classified setting, Peters added, noting his calls over the weekend were unclassified. Democratic St. John Tester, who chairs the Defense Appropriations Subcommittee, said he does not believe there is a protocol for how the US handles these objects, and he plans to use the appropriation processes to find out what they knew when they knew it and what the plan is. Senate Intelligence Committee ranking member Marco Rubio, a Republican, said he thinks the communication disclosure has been poor and called for President Joe Biden to address the unidentified object. I think that means the American people need to hear from the president, maybe as simple as saying, you know, and you know, we don't know what they are. We are doing everything we can to sort of determine, and this is why you shoot them down, Rubio said. Bien, that's it for Sakti.